Hello students, so the third proof that is given in favor of Earth being spherical is the location of the pole star. Pole star that can be seen in the night sky, you can say it is one of the brightest star and it is found in the north direction. So this pole star, it is located at 90 degree at the north pole. That means what? It means that it lies in the line with the axis of the earth. It lies in line with the axis of the earth. Axis of the earth. What is the axis of the earth? The axis of the earth is the imaginary line. If you see, for example, if this is an earth, this is the north pole, this is the south pole. So the axis is the imaginary line that is running from north pole towards the south pole. So now, and the pole star exists here at 90 degree. So pole star exists at 90 degree and it lies in lines with the line with the axis of the earth. And it's not that everywhere it's at 90 degree only. At the poles it is at 90 degree, but its angle decreases. Its angle decreases as we come towards the equator. So let us understand this with this diagram. The pole star is here at the north pole, that is at 90 degree. Now as we move towards the Arctic Circle, then the angle of the pole star is 66.5 degree. And as we move towards the tropics, then it is 23.5 degree. And by the time we reach, like you can say, we reach equator, the angle becomes 0 degree. So from 90 degree at the pole till 0 degree at the equator, that's how the angle of the pole star decreases. It is possible just because Earth is spherical. If the Earth would have been a simple flat surface, if the Earth would have been a flat shape, then everywhere the angle of this pole star would have been same. There would have been no difference in the angle. But as I told you, at the north pole it is 90 degree and at equator it is 0 degree. So this is a proof. This is an evidence that is used to show that Earth is spherical in shape. And this pole star, it lies in lines with the axis. And this is the axis from north pole till south pole. It is an imaginary line that is running from north pole towards the south pole. Now let us see the next proof. The next proof that is given in the favor of Earth being spherical are the satellite pictures. Technology has developed a lot. Lots of missions have been sent into space and to the moon as well as to the Mars. And while going into this space, the satellites also, the satellites and the spaceships and the spacecraft, they all take the pictures of Earth also. So these satellite pictures, the pictures which have been sent by these satellites, they always shows that Earth is spherical in shape. Now Jean-Baptiste Delambre, he was a French astronomer. He was the first one who discovered that Earth is flat at poles. And it was, like you can say, he was the first one to discover that Earth is flat at poles. Otherwise, earlier people used to think that Earth is just a true sphere. But he was the first one, Jean-Baptiste Delambre, French astronomer, who discovered that Earth is flat at the poles and bulging at the equator. Then in the 20th century, satellite pictures of Earth were fed into computers, and that was the time when it was confirmed that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. Earth is an oblate spheroid. As I told you earlier, oblate spheroid means oblate. Spheroid means what? Means bulging at the equator and flattened at the poles. This is the shape. This is the actual shape of the Earth. In general language, we call that Earth is spherical, but the actual shape of the Earth is oblate spheroid. So in 20th century, when the satellites send the pictures and send the images of Earth and which were fed into the computer, that it was confirmed that the Earth is spherical in shape. So this was the conclusive evidence. There could not be any better proof than the satellite pictures. So this was the conclusive evidence to show that Earth is spherical and not flat. The next proof that is given in the favor of Earth being spherical is the lunar eclipse. I think most of you must have observed the lunar eclipse, and you must all have observed that the shadow of the Earth that falls on the moon is circular, is spherical. It's not flat. So this is another proof which shows that the Earth is spherical in shape and not the flat one. All of you must be knowing how does the lunar eclipse occur, but let me tell you once more. Let me explain it to you. Lunar eclipse appears when the Earth comes in between the sun and the moon. The sun's light fall on the Earth and the shadow of the Earth is casted on the moon, and that shadow of the Earth covers the moon, which gives you can say rise to the eclipse. So that's how the lunar eclipse takes place, and because the Earth is spherical in shape, so the shadow of the Earth that is casted on the moon is also, you can say, spherical, or you can say it's an arc of a circle. The half shadow is casted on it, so it's like an arc of the circle. So this is how the lunar eclipse takes place, and lunar eclipse is one more proof that shows that the Earth is spherical in shape and not a flat. So these are 3 more proofs that are given in favor of Earth being spherical. In the next part, I'll be explaining 4 more proofs, and there we will like you can say stop this topic and take the next one. Goodbye.